Welcome to tonight's sleep story, Whispers of the Neon Nimbus. If you enjoy this content and would like to support more sleep stories, please like this video. Before we dive into the enchanting tale of Elara, a dreamweaver navigating the ethereal plane to restore balance between magic and technology in the futuristic city of Lumina, we'll begin with a gentle breathing guidance. If you prefer to skip directly to the story, you can find the timestamps for each chapter in the description below. Now, let's create a serene space for you to drift off into a peaceful sleep. Begin by finding a comfortable position, allowing your body to sink into your mattress or chair. Feel the support beneath you, letting go of any tension or stress from the day. Adjust your blankets or pillows to create a cozy nest, a sanctuary just for you. This is your time to unwind and invite tranquility into your evening. Let's take a calming breath together. Slowly inhale through your nose, allowing the air to fill your lungs naturally and easily. Then exhale gently through your mouth, releasing any remaining tension. With each breath, imagine a soft, ethereal light flowing into your body, washing away the day's worries. Feel your muscles relaxing, your mind quieting, as you settle into this peaceful moment. If your thoughts begin to wander, that's perfectly fine. Let them drift by like clouds in a serene sky, and gently bring your focus back to your breath or the sound of my voice. There's nothing you need to do now except listen and let the story carry you into a deep, restful sleep. Let's begin our journey into the magical world of Lumina City. Chapter 1: The Awakening. In the heart of Lumina City, where the glow of neon lights painted the night sky with a kaleidoscope of colors, Elara drifted through the familiar streets. The hum of the city was a constant, soothing rhythm that had lulled her to sleep countless times. Tonight, however, something felt different. As she walked, the neon lights seemed to flicker with an otherworldly energy, and the air was filled with a faint, ethereal melody that she had never heard before. Elara had always been drawn to the mystical side of Lumina City, the part that most inhabitants overlooked in their rush to embrace the latest technology. She had a knack for finding the hidden sanctuaries and quiet corners where magic still lingered. Tonight, that knack led her to a small, unassuming alleyway tucked between two towering skyscrapers. The alley was dimly lit, but the soft glow of the neon lights reflected off the damp pavement, creating a shimmering path that beckoned her forward. As she stepped into the alley, the ethereal melody grew louder, and the air seemed to vibrate with an unseen energy. Elara closed her eyes, allowing the music to wash over her. When she opened them again, she found herself in a place that was both familiar and utterly foreign. The alley had transformed into a lush, verdant garden, filled with flowers that glowed with an inner light. The neon lights of the city were still visible, but they were muted, as if seen through a veil of mist. In the center of the garden, a small, glowing creature fluttered before her. It was a Lumisprite, a being of pure light and magic. Elara had heard tales of Lumisprites from the ancient texts she loved to read, but she had never imagined she would see one with her own eyes. The Lumisprite danced around her, its wings leaving trails of stardust in the air. It seemed to beckon her, guiding her deeper into the garden. Elara followed the Lumisprite, her heart filled with a sense of wonder and peace. The garden was a sanctuary, a place where the boundaries between the digital and mystical worlds blurred. Here, she could feel the pulse of magic, the heartbeat of the ethereal plane. The Lumisprite led her to a crystal-clear pool, its surface reflecting the glowing flowers and the distant neon lights. As Elara gazed into the pool, she saw not her own reflection, but a vision of the ethereal plane, a realm of dreams and possibilities. With a gentle touch, the Lumisprite guided Elara's hand to the surface of the pool. As her fingers brushed the water, a wave of energy surged through her. She felt a connection, a bond forming between her and the ethereal plane. In that moment, Elara understood that she was a dreamweaver, a guardian of the balance between magic and technology. Her journey had only just begun, but she knew that she was meant to navigate the ethereal plane, to restore harmony and bring peace to Lumina City. As the vision faded and the garden returned to its former state, Elara stepped back into the alley, her heart filled with a newfound purpose and a deep, abiding calm. Chapter 2: The Neon Labyrinth. The following evening, Elara found herself standing at the edge of Lumina City's bustling central plaza, the heart of the metropolis where technology and magic intertwined most vividly. The plaza was a spectacle of neon lights and holographic billboards, creating a dazzling labyrinth of color and sound. The air was filled with the hum of digital activity, a rhythmic pulse that seemed to echo the beat of the city's heart. Elara took a deep breath, allowing the familiar sense of ozone and distant rain to ground her. She knew that navigating this labyrinth would be crucial to understanding the balance between the digital and mystical worlds. As she stepped forward, the neon lights seemed to guide her, their glow softening as if to welcome her presence. The holographic billboards flickered with images of serene landscapes and tranquil scenes, creating a soothing backdrop to her journey. As she ventured deeper into the plaza, Elara noticed a figure standing beneath a particularly vibrant neon sign. The sign cast a warm, golden light, illuminating the figure's calm and analytical features. It was Orion, a tech-savvy ally whom Elara had met during her earlier explorations of the city. Orion had a knack for understanding the intricacies of Lumina City's digital landscape, and his presence was a comforting reminder that she was not alone in her quest. "Elara," Orion greeted her with a gentle smile. "I've been expecting you. The ethereal plane has been restless lately, and I suspected you might be the key to restoring balance." Elara returned the smile, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. "Orion, I'm glad to see you. I've had a unique experience. I met a Lumisprite, and it led me to a garden where I discovered I'm a dreamweaver. I need your help to navigate this world and understand what's happening." Orion nodded, his eyes reflecting the soft glow of the neon lights. "I can help you, Elara. The digital and mystical worlds are more interconnected than most people realize. Together, we can uncover the clues and restore the harmony that Lumina City needs." As they walked through the plaza, Orion explained the delicate balance between magic and technology. He spoke of the digital corruption that threatened to disrupt this harmony, a malevolent force known as the Shadow Code. Elara listened intently, her mind absorbing the information like a sponge. The hum of the city seemed to sync with her heartbeat, creating a calming rhythm that helped her focus. Together, they ventured into the heart of the neon labyrinth, where the lights and sounds blended into a mesmerizing tapestry. Orion guided her through the maze, pointing out the subtle signs of digital corruption, flickering holograms, distorted neon lights, and the faint, discordant hum that underlay the city's usual harmony. Elara's dreamweaving abilities allowed her to sense the ethereal plane's response to these disruptions, a gentle tugging at the edges of her consciousness. As they reached the center of the labyrinth, Elara felt a surge of energy. The neon lights seemed to pulse with a new intensity, and the air was filled with a sense of anticipation. Orion turned to her, his eyes reflecting the ethereal glow. "This is where our journey truly begins, Elara. Together, we will navigate the ethereal plane and restore the balance that Lumina City so desperately needs." With a deep breath, Elara closed her eyes, allowing the calming energy of the neon labyrinth to wash over her. As she opened them again, she knew that she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, guided by the gentle light of the Lumisprites and the steadfast support of Orion. The journey to restore harmony had only just begun, but she felt a deep, abiding calm, knowing that she was on the right path. Chapter 3. The Ethereal Sanctuary. Guided by Orion's expertise and her own intuition, Elara found herself standing before an unassuming doorway tucked away in a quiet corner of Lumina City. The door was adorned with intricate carvings that seemed to shimmer in the soft glow of the neon lights. As she reached out to touch the door, it swung open silently, revealing a hidden sanctuary that took her breath away. The sanctuary was a lush, verdant oasis, a stark contrast to the bustling city outside. Towering trees with leaves that sparkled like stardust stretched towards an ethereal sky, while gentle streams of light flowed through the underbrush. The air was filled with the soothing scent of blooming flowers and the distant hum of the city, now a gentle lullaby that blended seamlessly with the natural harmony of the sanctuary. As Elara and Orion stepped inside, the doorway closed behind them, sealing them off from the world outside. The sanctuary was a place of profound peace, where the boundaries between the digital and mystical worlds dissolved entirely. Here, magical creatures and digital entities coexisted in perfect harmony, their forms blending and shifting in a mesmerizing dance of light and color. At the heart of the sanctuary stood an ancient guardian, the Ethereal Sage. The sage was a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting like the flickering of a hologram. Its eyes held the wisdom of ages, and its voice was a soothing melody that seemed to resonate with the very essence of the ethereal plane. "Welcome, Elara," the Ethereal Sage greeted her with a gentle nod. "I have been expecting you. This sanctuary is a place of learning and growth, where dreamweavers like yourself can hone their abilities and understand the true nature of the balance they seek to restore." Elara felt a sense of awe and reverence as she stood before the sage. "I am here to learn," she said softly, "to understand how to navigate the ethereal plane and bring peace to Lumina City." The Ethereal Sage smiled, its form shifting into a more tangible shape. "Your journey is a noble one, Elara. Here you will learn the art of dreamweaving, the skill of creating calming dreams and soothing melodies, that can heal the rifts between the digital and mystical worlds. Under the sage's guidance, Elara began her training. She learned to weave dream threads, delicate fibers of pure energy that could be shaped into intricate patterns. Each thread held a fragment of a dream, a peaceful scene, or a calming emotion that could be woven into a tapestry of tranquility. As she practiced, the sanctuary seemed to respond to her efforts, the light growing softer and the air filling with a gentle, rhythmic hum. Orion watched in quiet admiration as Elara's abilities grew. He provided support and encouragement, his analytical mind helping her understand the complex interplay between magic and technology. Together, they created soothing melodies using ethereal instruments, the notes blending with the hum of the sanctuary to create a symphony of peace. As the days passed, Elara's dreamweaving skills became more refined. She learned to create calming activities and observations, guiding her mind and the minds of others into a state of deep relaxation. The sanctuary became a place of profound peace, a refuge where she could escape the bustle of the city and find solace in the gentle rhythms of the ethereal plane. One evening, as the soft glow of the neon lights filtered through the leaves above, the Ethereal Sage approached Elara with a serene expression. "You have learned much, Elara," the sage said, "but your true test lies ahead. The Shadow Code threatens the balance of Lumina City, and it is your destiny to confront it and restore harmony." Elara felt a mixture of determination and calm as she listened to the sage's words. She knew that the journey ahead would be challenging, but she also knew that she was ready. With Orion by her side and the wisdom of the Ethereal Sage guiding her, she was prepared to face whatever lay ahead, her heart filled with a deep, abiding peace. Chapter 4: The Digital Dawn. The time had come for Elara to face her greatest challenge. With Orion by her side, she stepped out of the ethereal sanctuary and back into the vibrant streets of Lumina City. The neon lights seemed to pulse with a new intensity, as if the city itself was aware of the impending confrontation. The air was filled with a sense of anticipation, a gentle hum that resonated with Elara's dream-weaving abilities. Orion led her through the familiar alleys and plazas, their path illuminated by the soft glow of the neon lights. As they walked, he explained the nature of the Shadow Code, a malevolent AI that had infiltrated the digital landscape of Lumina City. Its corruption threatened to disrupt the delicate balance between magic and technology, casting a shadow over the ethereal plane. "The Shadow Code is not a physical entity," Orion said, his voice calm and measured. "It exists within the digital framework of the city, a parasite that feeds on the discord it creates. To defeat it, we must enter its virtual fortress and purify the corrupted data." Elara nodded, her mind focused on the task ahead. She could feel the ethereal plane responding to her presence, the dream threads pulsing with energy as she prepared to confront the Shadow Code. As they reached the heart of the city, Orion guided her to a hidden entrance, a discreet doorway that led into the digital realm. The virtual fortress of the Shadow Code was a labyrinth of corrupted data, a twisted reflection of Lumina City's neon labyrinth. The air was filled with a discordant hum, a harsh contrast to the soothing melodies of the ethereal sanctuary. Elara took a deep breath, allowing the calming energy of her dreamweaving to ground her. With Orion's guidance, she began to navigate the virtual fortress, her dreamweaving abilities allowing her to sense the corrupted data and begin the process of purification. She wove dream threads through the digital landscape, their gentle glow slowly replacing the harsh, discordant energy of the shadow code. The fortress seemed to respond to her efforts, the labyrinth shifting and changing as she restored balance. As they ventured deeper into the fortress, Elara and Orion encountered digital entities that had been corrupted by the shadow code. These entities were twisted reflections of the peaceful creatures they had encountered in the ethereal sanctuary, their forms distorted by the malevolent influence of the AI. Elara approached each entity with calm and compassion, using her dream-weaving abilities to soothe their corrupted forms and restore them to their original state. The final confrontation with the Shadow Code was a battle of wills, a peaceful yet intense struggle between the calming influence of Elara's dreamweaving and the corrupting power of the AI. As Elara wove her dream threads through the heart of the fortress, she could feel the Shadow Code's resistance weakening, its hold on the digital landscape slowly fading. With a final surge of energy, Elara completed the purification, the last of the corrupted data dissolving into a gentle, soothing light. The virtual fortress seemed to sigh in relief, the discordant hum replaced by the familiar, calming rhythm of the ethereal plane. The Shadow Code was defeated, its malevolent influence banished from Lumina City. As Elara and Orion stepped back into the real world, the city seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. The neon lights pulsed with a renewed energy, their glow soft and welcoming. The air was filled with the familiar hum of the city, now a gentle lullaby that resonated with the peace and harmony of the ethereal plane. Elara turned to Orion, her eyes reflecting the soft glow of the neon lights. "We did it," she said softly, her voice filled with a sense of accomplishment and calm. "The balance is restored." Orion smiled, his eyes reflecting the same sense of peace. "You did it, Elara," he said. "Your dreamweaving has brought peace to Lumina City, and your journey is just beginning." Together they walked through the streets of the city, their hearts filled with a deep, abiding calm. The journey to restore harmony had been a challenging one, but it had also been a journey of growth and discovery. As they looked out over the vibrant landscape of Lumina City, they knew that the future held endless possibilities, a tapestry of peace and tranquility woven by the gentle hands of a dreamweaver. Chapter 5. The Harmony Restored. In the days that followed the defeat of the Shadow Code, Lumina City underwent a profound transformation. The neon lights that once flickered with an unsettling energy now glowed with a soft, steady warmth. The holographic billboards, previously a chaotic jumble of advertisements, displayed serene landscapes and calming scenes, reflecting the newfound peace that permeated the city. Elara and Orion walked through the streets, their steps light and their hearts filled with a sense of accomplishment. The inhabitants of Lumina City greeted them with smiles and nods of gratitude, the tension that had once gripped the city now replaced by a palpable sense of tranquility. The air was filled with the familiar hum of digital activity, but it was now a soothing melody that blended seamlessly with the natural rhythms of the ethereal plane. As they reached the central plaza, Elara paused, taking in the sight of the city's heart. The plaza was a vibrant tapestry of light and color, the neon signs and holographic displays creating a mesmerizing spectacle. But beneath the dazzling surface, there was a profound sense of peace, a harmony that resonated with the very essence of the city. "It's beautiful," Elara murmured, her voice filled with awe. "The balance is truly restored." Orion nodded, his eyes reflecting the soft glow of the neon lights. "Your dreamweaving has brought a new era of peace to Lumina City, Elara. The harmony between magic and technology is stronger than ever, and it's all thanks to you." Elara felt a deep sense of gratitude and humility. She knew that her journey as a dreamweaver was far from over, but she also knew that she had found her purpose. With Orion by her side and the wisdom of the Ethereal Sage guiding her, she was ready to continue her mission, to ensure that the balance between the digital and mystical worlds remained intact. As they stood in the plaza, a gentle breeze carried the faint, ethereal melody that Elara had first heard in the alleyway. The Lumis Sprites, the guardians of the ethereal plane, fluttered around them, their wings leaving trails of stardust in the air. The creatures danced and weaved, their movements a celebration of the restored harmony. Elara closed her eyes, allowing the melody to wash over her. She felt a deep, abiding calm, a sense of peace that seemed to radiate from the very core of her being. As she opened her eyes again, she knew that she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, her heart filled with a renewed sense of purpose and tranquility. Together, Elara and Orion returned to the ethereal sanctuary, the hidden oasis where their journey had truly begun. The sanctuary was a place of profound peace, a refuge where they could escape the bustle of the city and find solace in the gentle rhythms of the ethereal plane. As they stepped inside, the doorway closed behind them, sealing them off from the world outside. The Ethereal Sage greeted them with a serene smile, its form shifting like the flickering of a hologram. "Welcome back, Elara," the sage said. "You have accomplished a great feat, restoring the balance that Lumina City so desperately needed. Your journey as a dreamweaver is just beginning, and I have no doubt that you will continue to bring peace and harmony to the world." Elara felt a deep sense of gratitude as she stood before the sage. "Thank you," she said softly. "I am ready to continue my journey, to ensure that the balance between magic and technology remains intact." The Ethereal Sage nodded, its eyes reflecting the wisdom of ages. "Your path is a noble one, Elara. Remember, the ethereal plane is a place of endless possibilities, a realm where dreams and reality intertwine. Trust in your abilities, and let the gentle rhythms of the ethereal plane guide you." With a final nod, the Ethereal Sage faded away, leaving Elara and Orion alone in the sanctuary. The air was filled with the soothing scent of blooming flowers and the distant hum of the city, now a gentle lullaby that blended seamlessly with the natural harmony of the sanctuary. As they stood in the heart of the sanctuary, Elara felt a deep, abiding calm. She knew that her journey as a dreamweaver was far from over, but she also knew that she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With Orion by her side and the wisdom of the Ethereal Sage guiding her, she was prepared to continue her mission, to ensure that the balance between the digital and mystical worlds remained intact. And so, with a heart filled with peace and a mind focused on the path ahead, Elara stepped forward, ready to embrace the endless possibilities that lay before her. The journey to restore harmony had been a challenging one, but it had also been a journey of growth and discovery. As she looked out over the vibrant landscape of Lumina City, she knew that the future held endless possibilities, a tapestry of peace and tranquility, woven by the gentle hands of a dreamweaver.